Good evening, folks. Samson told LeBron Public Radio we're very, very late because we're trying to fix and stuff. I'm not going to be here that long tonight. As you can see, we're just starting the process here tonight, and most of the show from now on will be Saturday morning. Most of the RRA role will be Saturday morning because I want my brothers and sisters in Liberia to know exactly what we're doing here as well. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in. As usual, safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for bringing us together. Lord, we ask you to continue to bless us and guide us. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your blanket of mercy that you continue to pour on all of us. Lord, we ask you to continue to bless us. Continue to bless us so that we'll be healthy to work. Lord Jesus, you know we're the Liberian diaspora. We have two tables, one table back home, one table here. And we're doing our best through the effort that you are placing us to work and do that, support the two tables. And we want to thank you. Lord Jesus, we say thank you for the Republic of Liberia. We ask you to bless our country, the Republic of Liberia. Bless the leaders. Give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. And Lord Jesus, we ask you to bless the host country, America. The United States of America, that is. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's get it going, folks. As you know, I'm not going to be here that long, as I stated. So if you want to share this here, that's fine. But from now on, not this coming Saturday, next Saturday, we will start doing, in a real sense, the construction process of Rawafi Highway. And we will be talking a lot. But here's the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. Weah, who's our leader, and we continue to respect him, and we'll continue to pray that he will do well for our country. This is the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. Weah. We will criticize, but we must do so with responsibility. We will criticize, but we must do so with respect. And from that vein, let's go. Samson told LeBron Public, I'm getting a little bit late here, and so I'm not going to go through all of the usual So if you want to share this for me, I will appreciate it. If not, no big deal. Those who are going to watch will watch, and those who don't have time, don't have time. Anyway, folks, this is Rawafi Highway construction. I think I showed you guys here before. This is $101 million worth of project, 45-kilometer road worth of project, two-lane highway. And the folks, they gave the contractor, the East International, and every one of us, every Liberians that come across this particular group feel that they don't have the capacity. However, it seemed to me that the president and those who have awarded the contract to them feel that they can deliver. So we're just hoping that they will do a good job. But from what all indication, from what I've been observing so far, and the video that I'm going to be playing from now on, and I found it difficult to believe that these people will be able to deliver a four-lane highway project. I'm not too sure if they have the equipment, but from what I looked at today, the equipment that I saw, yeah, maybe. They do I saw a few trucks, East International trucks, and a few backhoe, which what you call excavator. I saw 3 of those, and I saw, I think, 3 or 4 trucks. Yeah, they can do it, but it's gonna require a lot. It's gonna require a lot because you're talking four-lane highway. Four-lane highway. The construction process itself, it demands a lot, and I hope these brothers and sisters will be able to do that. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about here tonight, I want to, this is a starting because I'm not going to repeat it. Those of you that are here tonight will have a bonus, I will consider that. Because I'm going to show you different type of equipments and what the equipments are capable of doing and what they should do on the road. So that when I start talking about the East, when I start talking about Rawafi Highway with their construction process, with all the video that I have here, when I start talking about it, you will understand when I say this equipment, and you most likely should be able to understand what I'm talking about. So, from all indication, the process itself right now, I'm not too sure what process, what phase they're on, or let's just say stage. What stage they're on, I don't know. I don't know because there's no plan. I've not seen plan. I'm saying all of these here, not that I have not tried. Let me go through the process here again. I contacted the late Minister Mabutu, no cigar. I contacted Smith Toby, who told me at the time that I should call him at a specific time because Mabutu will be at the mansion, they call it, or the president workplace. And after the meeting, Smith Toby was going to make it possible for me to talk to Mabutu. And Smith Toby told me they have plans. I said, okay, when I call him at the specific time he said to call, I called Smith Toby, he was yelling at me as though I was killing somebody. He yelled at me. But anyway, nobody, what Smith Toby would do to me? Nothing. Oh, yelling, he can't do anything to me. I know who I am. Smith Toby doesn't say anything that will shake me up. But anyway, he yelled at me. So, but I took it, I tried, I left it. So a few weeks later, we met on Focus on Africa, where he was invited, and I also were invited. And I approached him behind the scene. And as a good gentleman, he apologized and recognized his mistake. He apologized, and I said, fine, let's move on. All I'm trying to do is whatever it is that we can do to help. If you guys get a plan, let's have the plan, and people can look at it and say, okay, this is good, this is bad. Maybe perhaps we can ask 1 or 2 questions. That's all that I'm trying to do. So we here and I have that understanding. And, I have no malice against Smith Toby. He can yell at me. And people yell at me all the time. Anyway, most of you watching right now, sooner or later you're going to be yelling at me. Who cares? So it doesn't matter. But anyhow, so quite after the passing of Minister Mabutu, the acting minister, Madam Crocker, who is in charge of public works, I contacted her through another friend. When I went home some 2-3 years ago to do capacity building for an engineering firm, most of the young people that I met that went to this particular class that I was teaching, Most of them know this lady, and some of them are working for her as we speak. And those that are working for her, I consider them daughter, especially the two girls. I consider them daughter because they were so nice to me. I consider them daughter. So anyhow, when I called her the first time, she called me back and told me they were on their way to Vanyama, and that this on Tuesday I should call back, and she was going to talk to me and see who they can provide to help her understand what is happening with the $101 million project. So Tuesday I called, nothing, no cigar. Wednesday, no cigar. Thursday I called. That was no. Wednesday I call, no cigar in the morning. I call in the evening, and she said, "Oh, who is this?" I call my name again. I introduce myself, reintroduce myself. I don't mind doing that. I'm not big enough to say, you don't know who I am. Who am I? Nobody who know Totan before they will know me. Minister of Public Works, they know me, sir. They look at me, sir. They don't even look at me. But anyway, so she said, okay, I'm in a meeting. I'll call you back. So I didn't get a call. So yesterday, I contacted another guy who also was my class, who was in the class of the classes that I was teaching. He's now doing his master civil in Ethiopia. So I called him in Ethiopia, and I explained the situation. He said, okay, let me call her, because they're all friends. He said, let me call her because it's important that people understand these things. Let me call her. He texted me back and said I was not able to reach her. So it's not that I'm not trying. So it's not like I'm not trying. I'm trying my best. Because these, like I told the minister one time, I said many of them young people over there in the country, they're doing their best. And I'm not here to knock anybody down. They're doing their best. However, especially most of the engineers, they could have gone any part of the world and make money because they're smart, they're intelligent, they're engineers. Some of them way 10 times better than even the little person who, even some engineering students are better than me. What's about those people that already have master and are working on all the degree they have? They're better than me. Okay? But the fact that they stay in Liberia to work, and I commend them, and I appreciate that. And I've always expressed that. However, my thing is this. If you decide to stay and work, do the best you can. Whatever products that comes out of your hand must be acceptable, must be up to standard. You can't do because you say you're an engineer, you're a smart guy, but the fact that you're in Liberia, so you do substandard job. This is where I have a disconnect with them and myself. This is where we have a disagreement if I'm having the opportunity to talk to them. Because my thing is, while you're there suffering, agree to suffer, because most of them are suffering. They could go any part of the world, as I stated earlier, and make decent living. They're engineers. But the fact that they stay in Liberia, they're suffering. And I appreciate their sacrifice. I appreciate their sacrifice. There's no question asked. There's no question. But my thing is, once you say, yes, I'm going to stay, you have option. But you decided you want to stay in Liberia. You must do the work correctly, because the president is not an engineer. The president will bring out subject matter, bring out policy. It is your responsibility to carry out the policy based on standard. Standard. Don't cut corners, because the company that you're working for or the company that is doing the job, these are foreign companies. Their job is to make money. $101 million, that's not small money. That's not small money. But they're not going to spend that money in Liberia. Most of the material they're going to get, those materials not even coming from Liberia. So the money itself that is going to be spent, most of them going back to the foreign land. So we must get some good products. If we're going to spend that kind of money, we should be able to have products that will last longer. So I'm not even too sure if these people have, if they even have plans. So I'm saying to them, if you're going to stay there, do the job, but do your best. We appreciate you. We truly, truly appreciate you of being there to help the president achieve the road connectivity business in Liberia, because he's very serious about it. But he's not an engineer. He does not understand the in and out of engineering of road and road construction. Dr. Weir cannot explain to you what these things are. You, as an engineer, should be able to know what these things are and how they're supposed to be done. And this is what I have issue with them. So I'm still hoping that and the reason why I'm saying next week, I'm going to do my best to continue to call. I don't care if people don't pick up my phone. I will continue calling. If they block me, so be it. I will continue to call. But when I start my program next week, I don't want people to say, but how come you didn't contact the minister? How come you didn't say this? So I'm just telling you now that I'm doing my best. But I also understand that the minister is not there waiting for my call. They got a job to do. In fact, the last time I spoke with her, it was almost like 11 o'clock at night in Liberia, and they were in meeting because I could hear the other people talking. So it's not that the minister is there just sitting down doing nothing. They're working. But my thing is to have the Ravelfield Highway. It's a major, major highway in Liberia. It's a gateway to Liberia. Foreigner comes, that's the first place, the first road they drive on before getting to Monrovia. But from what I'm seeing so far, and I will show you the video come Saturday, it's not encouraging. And I'm not saying this is the final product. Far from it. But for all of the pictures that I got, all of the pictures that I'm going to be showing, they don't, even if you're not an engineer, you can feel and you will be able to know that these people are not doing something good unless they change. And what is my reason of going like this and saying these things? It's not like I want them to call me to work. No. I just got through a project here in the north. And that project took a lot out of me, number one. And they pay me, but I work hard. The second one now, there's another project. It's another bridge project I'm going to be doing. I don't build them. I don't even design the bridge. The person designed the bridge, the structural engineer, they come in, they design the bridge, says this is the bridge. But I connect the bridge, all of the road from here to whatever distance we want to fix. I put those things in there. The environmental people, they give me the environmental condition. A lot of frog here, don't put plenty dirt here. A lot of snake in the hole here, all the kinds of stuff. But I said, fine. Then I have to come up with an idea of not to disturb snake when they're sleeping. You see what I'm saying? So all of those things I'm doing that. But the point here is this. I cannot sit here knowing full well that I know what I'm doing. Then I allow people to do this. Every time people back home, when they come from Liberia, you ask them about this particular road, they complain. So I send people out 2 weeks in a row. They went and did video, almost walking. And they did a lot of video for me. A lot of details in the video. And I'm going to be doing that. And this is very, very. The reason why I'm trying my best to contact these people. Let them come. And they don't owe me no explanation. Let's be frank here. These people owe me none. If they choose not to talk to me, that's their right. But me as a Liberian, and the fact that I can do this, and I see people doing things, and I look up, and here's the thing about these people. One of the things they will do, don't do video. Don't show anything. Just go and do your stuff, something to and not see it. But when Kalasco go out, and try to praise the work and say these people are doing wonder. Carrasco is not an engineer either. He's not a construction person. So he's speaking from emotional aspect. That's simple as that. He's a big supporter of the president, and he's a big supporter of the president agenda. So if he comes in, you don't expect Carrasco to look in details. So he's doing video praising the president, because the workers, he see the machine going up and down. That's all he sees. He doesn't know what's happening underneath the ground. He doesn't know what are the details involved for them to get a good product. So he goes out, he went out the other day and did a video, almost an hour worth of video. In the process, when they were doing the video, they started showing different places of the road. And I got hold of it. And I'm saying to myself, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. So these people, like I said, they don't owe me nothing. They don't even have to come on and talk to me. Because I've been behind the plane for a lot. If they have the plane, let them show it. Show us the plane. You don't owe us, but just say to the Liberian people, you got plane. Because if you, some of the things that I'm going to be showing you, not tonight, of course, but some of the things that I'm going to be showing you, when you see you as a true Liberian, you will feel bad. One of the things that I'm going to be showing tonight, you will feel bad the way these people are treating us, the way they're treating us. And when they go back to their own country, when they go do construction work in those foreign their own country, they don't behave like that. They follow the rules. So my thing, if you're giving the project, forget about how much you pay them. That's not my concern. If you think the project worth that, it's up to you. That's not my concern. But if you're going to be paying somebody must be there to inspect the work. And the inspector should know exactly what the construction process is supposed to be. And this is what I will continue to talk about. I will continue to talk. I'm not going to get tired. But I'm not talking as a way to bring people down. I'm not talking as a way to disrespect anybody. I'm not talking because I disagree with this government. Of course, I'm opposition. I'm not hiding that. But I'm not speaking from that perspective. Because I would like this president to succeed. Even though come 2023, we're going to win the election, take the election away from him, but I want him to succeed. Think about it. If Dr. Weir and CDC, they're successful in doing this Rawafi Highway, beautiful road, and we come in and win the election, don't you think we'll be happy? So why should I wish the president and this government to fail? No. If you do that, then you're not even, if I sit here and say the people are not serious, they must fail, then I'm not even serious either. Okay? So I'm not here to disrespect or because I'm consider myself opposition, therefore I'm trying to criticize them. No. I will criticize, my analysis will be based on facts of engineering principle. Simple, nothing else behind it. Yeah, from time to time, we'll throw to a town here and there, no cares. But to be on a straight line. Okay? So the reason I'm taking almost 10, 15 minutes to explain, I want people to know when I start doing this thing here starting Saturday. Because there will be some real conversation. And I will hope that the ministry will send somebody to join me, to disabuse me. Because maybe they're doing something that I don't know. And the thing that I'm seeing that I think is not right, they probably already have those things under control. I'll give you an example. Just a few minutes ago as I was going through, I saw a huge section of East International equipment. I think they have about 4 or 5 trucks. I never saw that before. I didn't think they have equipment. Because if you look at East International, their building, you don't even see nothing in there. So I didn't even think they have the equipment. But I saw 4 or 5 trucks of dump truck. I also saw, I think 3 or 4 of I call it excavator. And those things cost a lot. Excavator, one of those excavators cost almost $500,000. They're not taking change. Okay? But for $101 million, if you're going to be using equipment, please know your equipment. And this is what I'm going to be doing here tonight, folks. Samson told LeBron probably, anyway, whatever. You see people like this, yeah. Now this person is not serious. I'm going to block him right up. God, I don't want him coming here making foolish comment that doesn't even serve anything. I took almost 15 minutes trying to explain, but these are the people that continue to put Liberia backward. Good night, G. See you. Delete his comment. And if I see you again, I'm not going to block you right now, but if I see you, you don't just come and watch, you start talking foolishness, I will block you. That's simple as that. I don't need you. Even if people leave tonight, if I get one, I'm not going to be here for another 20, 30 minutes anyway. So, but I'm just laying the groundwork. So the person come here and come make that kind of foolish stuff, no. But anyway, let's go on. So this is East International. Okay. Another thing I want to show you quickly is this. Okay. Okay. There are two pictures on the screen. The one with all the red, yellow, all those stuff, that's in Papua New Guinea, way out there. They are just as poor as we are. And the one on the left-hand side, that's Liberia with bamboo. You know what bamboo is? The one they call bamboo reed, the one our people use to drink palm wine. That's what they're using. You think I'm lying? I will show you. That's what they're using as a safety measure against traffic, against the workers. You want to see? You think I lie? Let me show you that one there. The one part I'll show you. The one part I'll show you. You see here? That bamboo they have over there. So at night, this is what I'm talking about. How can you be $101 million? How can you be serious? Look at this. They have the bamboo line up, and then they put supposed to be some sort of reflective tape on there that you can't even see at night. They have that all along the road. Construction. And instead of putting in some serious construction safety cone and drums or any of the plastic channelizer and things like that, they're using bamboo reed. You can use the bamboo reed. There are places, and I've done my research, there are places where bamboo reed can be used to construct. But if you're going to use something like this, you have to make sure the bamboo are in line. You see how the other one falling down? You think I'm making it up? Why don't I zoom in a little bit more? Because I want you to see that I'm not making these things up. I'm not making it up. Okay? Oops. Okay. Hold on, folks. Let me see if you can see this one. Okay. You think I'm here to play? Dana bamboo here, my people. Dana bamboo there. Dana bamboo. Dana bamboo reef. That the one they're using for safety. And on the back of that, this is where they're trying to protect worker against the oncoming traffic. I'll show you more. I got more, but that's not the subject matter here tonight. I just thought that I tried to introduce that. This you know. Okay, and this is sad. This is a major highway. Even in a road going to Town said there, I can say yeah because we're in the bush. But Mount Gibby, these several large people, you're going to give them bamboo? What's wrong with you? Man, yeah, be serious, man. So, and I will come back to Saturday, and I'm going to be doing this Saturday very early in the morning. I'll get up. So people in Liberia will watch it because they need to know. They need to know. as Carrasco said as he said on one of his videos, we would narrate our own story now. We're not waiting for BBC to narrate this story. Yes, there's thing about this, when you go do some research. The Chinese newspaper, they're proud of this company because it's a Chinese company. So they're proud. $101 million. I got more picture I'm going to be showing you. This is not good. But anyway, let me go to the main subject matter here tonight. Okay. I want you to see, okay, different equipments. All right. These are different equipments. Okay. And these are different equipment. Okay, let's start from here. Okay. All right. Let me see if you can even see it. Oops. Come on now. Okay. All right. Let's see this one. Okay. So those are the different equipment. Those are the different machines that you can use on the road construction. So the one I'm showing you right now, the motor grader, okay? Its specific purpose is to grade the road, okay? So let me go back here. Okay, so it's supposed to grade the road. That's simply that's a job, okay? Now the machine is set up. The machine is set up so that when you put dirt, for example, what's the reason of you grading the road? Okay? To grade the road, when I say grading, okay, it's to make it smoother. But it's not just making the road smoother. First thing is giving you the slope of the road, because the grader has the ability to rotate, to turn left and right. You have to set it up. Whatever grade you want, you set it up. But one of the other major components and major contribution of the grader on the project, as it plow the dirt, it turns the dirt over. It turns it over. So all of the dirt, because the intent here is that you're taking the God-given talent of the dirt, the one God make. You're taking it from there and you're bringing something else in there. So once you remove the dirt, the chemical, the binding power of the dirt, of the soil, you no longer have that. They are no longer in line. So when the grader comes in and grade and turn it over, the contractor's job is to make sure that dirt come back, and the binding power, they line them up. So that's what the grader going to do, is turn it over and loosen all of those things and do it over and over, so that when they're ready to compact it and make sure all of the lining, all of the soil line are in together. So you know, soil can share. You know, soil can share. Okay? Have you not heard, oh, the mudslide? I mean, mudslide, of course, it's wet. But somebody undermine the dirt and the whole dirt fall on Liberian, you're not here. It's shear, because there's nothing there to hold it anymore. So all of the lining of the soil that holding together, they're weak, so they fall. So in this process, you know they're weak because you already disturbing it. It's no longer God-made. You're disturbing it, but you want to put it back. So you want to do as much as possible. You're not going to be like God, but you have to line the soil particle along so they can be able to bind together. That's what the grader does. Now let's watch the grader. Okay? Let's watch the grader. Let's see what the grader going to do here.
Motor graders can roll and mix materials to get proper, consistent moisture. The blade action also effectively breaks down dirt clods for better compaction.
The advantage using a motor grader to be able to roll that material, to mix it, and keep the gradations consistent. And you could do that with a motor grader.
With the blade, it's easy. You have the water truck wetted in front.
When it comes to grading, a motor grader does it all, from start to finish. A motor grader has the power and weight to handle rough grading behind trucks and scrapers. The same machine is also ideal for finish grading. Motor graders give you the ability to finish with tight tolerances and precision to work around tight spaces, like curbs and manholes.
We're doing a lot of airport aprons, finishing infields so they can pave them for dust control.
Motor graders.
Okay? So that's what a grader is supposed to do for you. It's supposed to come and smooth the stuff. And most importantly, if you're building a road, the grader will give you the slope that you're looking for once you set it up. That's one machine. Let's look at another machine. I want you to please just stay with me here while I try to show this. Okay. Let's look at this one. As I'm showing this machine, I want you to understand. And then when they're doing this thing, you see it, you will know they don't have enough. Okay. The one in the middle here now, okay. This one in the middle here, okay. It's the I believe it's the trencher, okay. So the trench hole, okay. When I went to Liberia, one of the things that I saw was the young people were digging the hole by hand. Of course, they got to be employed, so that's fine. But do you know how long it's going to take? A trench machine like this would dig faster, cleaner, and precise. And what is the purpose of a trench machine? For example, you're building a road. Okay, this is a trench machine here, and I will show you what it does. Okay, for example, you're building a road. Okay, and usually this is a good machine to have in Liberia because of the rainy season. When it rains a lot, you tend to have wet dirt. So most of the dirt that comes from the street that goes on the side of the road and seep back on the ground. And if you're not careful, if you don't drain it properly, they come back on your pavement and break it up. You got pothole. So usually what you do when you find that problem, that particular area prone with that kinds of problem, what do? You use the trench machine. They got some big one that will dig a trench, 12-inch trench, or sometimes 16-inch, 18-inch trench, 24-inch trench if you want. They have some real big one, okay? But you use the trench machine, then you put in the under drain, plastic pipe, flexible. But the under drain itself helps to drain all of the water on your pavement, and it goes into that pipe, and then you take it out. That's why they call it under drain. If you don't do that, most of your pavement will not last 20 years you're looking for. So let's see what a trench machine will do for us. Let's watch this. Now, another interesting thing about a trench machine is this. If you use trench machine, you can also use it to put in electrical wires that will later on be connected to the pole, power pole that you're going to use, electrical pole that you're going to, light pole that you're going to use on the road. You use the trench machine to be able to lay in all your conduit that the wire is going to go through. You don't want to use digger and shot, but it takes time. The trench machine go poo, and you lay it, but it costs money. But for 101 million, that's not small money anyway. So don't give me that. Let's watch the trench machine. So that is the trench machine. Folks, let me explain myself again, because I see some of my regulars are now saying that I'm criticizing. I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just saying if it's not done correctly, I would say so. What's the point of me talking about it if I can't point out if this thing is not done correctly? I'm not criticizing. Wait till Saturday. Wait till next Saturday when I start doing my show. That's when the real criticism is going to come. They want part. I'm not criticizing yet. If they don't listen, they will criticize. But you must do so with responsibility and you must do so with respect. Those two things I will always do. So I don't care what you say. I'm not here to criticize because I want to demonize people, or criticize because I want to bring people down, or criticize because I don't like the people. That's not it. That's not it. And the person here, my regular here, and if I start showing you, I'm not going to call your name, but you're my regular here, you're a regular on LPR. When I start showing you the video, you are not even, I don't care what I use, Dyrus edition. When you start seeing the video, you will feel bad. You will feel bad. So, you know, okay, well, I'm not going to go through that. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let me show you another machine. Let me show you another machine here. It's almost time to get out. This is called scraper. Well, back home when I was little, the first time I saw this machine was in Ivory Coast. They call it tenepor. But this machine, the machine terrified me. I was so scared. And the driver, this thing recognized that I was so scared and running, so he just slowly drive. I still remember that in Africa, little kid. But anyway, in the real name is scraper, but in construction they call it pan. Now what does it do? I will show you bulldozer here as well. But this machine helps to cut hillside. Okay, if you have hills and your road is going through the hill, this machine will help to cut. But yes, the most important thing about this machine as well, it got inside is like a bucket. It cut, but then they keep the dirt and take the dirt to the valley and fill it in. So this machine serves two purposes. It cut, not by itself now. They got to have somebody, they got to have a bulldozer behind it pushing, because it does not have that kind of power to cut the hill. But the underneath the pan open up, and it has a blade, and the blade will dig as the machine, as the bulldozer push behind, the pan open up and they start digging. And when they fill, they close the bucket and take that stuff and open the bucket to the valley and drop it down until they reach the maximum elevation they're looking for. That's they call it scraper. But the real name for me, I call it pan. Now let's see what the pan will do for us here. Let's watch pan. There's it right there. See it? It's filled up. In this case, there are two of them in line. You see how the machine picking up? You see how it digging? You see how it digging? You see that? You see how it digging? Now it will take that dirt and go dump it in the area where they want to fill out. That's serious construction. That's serious construction. Okay? And I'm showing you all of these things because I want you to be familiar with these things when I start talking, so you will know what I'm talking about. Okay? Okay? Those are two pans. You can put two together, and the other one pouring what they're doing right there, they're digging, taking more, because that area the contractor or the engineer feel will want to take dirt from here and fill the other side. Excavation. That's part of the excavation process. You see the machine. You see how he dumping? You see how he dumping it? You see how he dumping? So the grader behind will come behind the scraper and level the ground the way they're supposed to be. In this process here now they're digging. Okay? So let's go on. Let's go on. So that is excavation process. So you don't just take that thing and you say, oh, what happened here? No. Okay. Let's go to the next one, which is the dozer. Let's see if I can show you what a dozer look like. They got different, they got metal track dozer, and they have rubber track dozer, okay? But what I'm going to be showing you can see the one I'm going to be showing you, I believe, is metal track dozer, okay? Okay, and they're very, very expensive. Don't get me wrong, they're very, very expensive. Don't get me, these are not something to shake your stick at. But if you're going to do it, you do it properly, okay? This is the dozer. But they have different size of dozer. They have the D45. Those are heavy duty one, and they have some big stuff. Those are the one they can just carry the tree, bloom, flap it over. They're very expensive, very expensive. Okay. So let's look at dozer. And then I'll show you what it does. Okay, that is the dozer, folks. You see the blade in front of it. The purpose of a dozer, bulldozer, that's why they call it bulldozer, is there to take the dirt. Actually, it can't just cut and grade. It doesn't have the ability to do that. But of course, if you have some real good operator, they will do their best. But that's not their job. Their job is to open up, clear the area, clean, cut. So this dozer, the scraper that I showed you earlier, this is the dozer that will push the scraper. And then when the scraper come and take these things out, then the dozer go and take some more dirt out. Okay? You're not going to call it grader. It's a dozer because it moved the dirt, to fill in. It filled the area. So it's a very sensitive equipment. And you have a good operator. They have a Liberian here in the Bay Area. Very good guy. The guy can operate all these machines. And you can't get him out of that company to go anywhere. He's not young anymore either. But the company refused to let him go. Anytime somebody want him, they raise the money. That's how good he is. He's here. I don't want to call his name. I'm not going to call his name. Okay? So let's watch the dozer. What is it? They call it caterpillar. Yeah. Caterpillar. But this is a metal track. This is not rubber track. This is a metal track. You see what the guy do? He's taking the dirt. But it's so powerful that it takes the topsoil. It will take the topsoil and take it out. Okay? Take it out, take the topsoil, and the good thing about this is this. The contractor comes in, the engineer already lay out the place, so from here to there, we need a clear. So this thing is pretty much like clear and grubbing type of that thing. Okay? But that's what it does. Just go clean with his blade. See how the blade look like over there, watch it, you start coming. See how you will start digging and watch. See how you take money. It's easy because it's powerful. With no other machine, even the front end loader cannot do that. But you see what he's doing now? You see the dirt? You see the amount of dirt that's coming out? So he can't go to the grading. He cannot go to a specific grade. The grade are set up, and the grader that I show you guys here is the one that has the ability to go to the grade. Okay? So let me show you one more. Let me show you one more. I'll show you excavator. These are the major, if you have a construction company. I have to gain this a long time. I wasn't able to move much. Let me now show you the excavator. This is called excavator. It picks dirt, and what it does is, just as the name stated, excavate. It goes and pick the dirt out, Not just excavate, it's also act as like a front end loader. Because if you're digging somewhere, you want the dirt to be removed from that particular area to go somewhere else, you use the excavator. Now, if you're digging for drainage, excavator will do a better job because it can go as deep as much as possible. Okay. And here's the other interesting thing of all these machines that I just showed you. Okay. Because I used to work in construction. I even had my own construction company at one time. But anyway, the point here is this. When you're doing estimating, when you're doing your quantity taker, after as a contractor, you get your paper and things like that, then you do quantity taker to see how much you want to bid a job for. But most of the contractor, the machine that I just showed you, okay, the machine that I just showed you, they have time. How long the machine will take from this point to this point. The company have all of their timing book. The excavator that I'm going to be showing you now, they have the turn radius. How long it's going to turn, and they pick and bring it back in, how long, the time, everything. So based on those kinds of record and past operational records, past performance records, you can estimate to say, I know my operator, he's capable of doing this. This is the kind of thing we can do. And you put your bid together. Now let me show you the excavator. Okay? Let me show you the excavator now. And that will be the last one. Right there, this is the excavator. Basically, if you look on the other side, you can see those look like drainage inlet or what have you, because I think they're trying to do some drainage there. Okay? But here's what he's doing over there. He's digging right now. What I suspect is the first one. Digging and putting the dirt aside so the front end loader will come and put it. They want to move that, they put that in the truck and move the dirt. Okay? So these are the type of equipment that I want you to see. I'm going to do something here also. Okay. I will just give me a few minutes, and let me show you East International Equipment. Okay. They have, and I copied that earlier. Let me see. Where did I put that? I think it's that one. Okay, just bear with me. I think it's this. Okay. All right. Okay. This is East International Equipment. If you look on the right hand side here, those are their equipment they have, and I'll make it bigger so you can see. Just so you can see, you see the trucks, and then you can also see the excavator. I said 4 trucks earlier. No, they only have 3. But as long as they have things, that's fine. This is my first time seeing that, because the first all the noise I've been making, I didn't even know that they have that. But look at East International Equipments. Okay, they have trucks, 3 trucks, and 3 excavators, and I can't see back there much, but those are the kind of. Okay, if you do this, if East International can do this, and say these are the kind of equipment that we have, at least that would give a little bit confident, many Liberian confident to say, well, maybe they can do it. Okay, but do we have the operators? Do we have the construction people? And this is where I have issue with them. Okay, but you know, we'll pray. We'll pray. That's about all we can do. We'll pray. Another thing that you will find when I start showing you the video, you will find that when East International, when they were working, they don't have survey stake. I don't know how they measure to the final grade they're looking for. I didn't see survey stakes, And the reason I'm bringing these up so that the next time, if they're hearing me, the next time they can go and do those things. Because you cannot build anything if you don't know what your final grade is. You can't guess. This is the same thing when they were built, when they were putting the street light in Monrovia. You saw the measurement, the kind of measurement they were doing. Guessing. Ridiculous. Okay? But I will show you all of these things come next Saturday. I will do my best, as I stated before. I will do my best to continue to contact the public work ministry to see if they can get me somebody who will say, no, Mr. Toll, what you think you're seeing is not the truth. This is what we are. This is what we're heading to. That's all. I'm not saying what I'm saying here, they're so bad, they don't have right to do it. No. But if I show you some of the stuff, which I'm not going to do here tonight, not tonight, but if I show you some of the stuff, okay, I will do this one here. Let me just do this one for you. Okay, I don't mind doing this here. I'm going to have to whet your appetite a little bit. Let me see. Look at this one, this other one here. Okay. You can't see me anyway because if you look at my chair, because I can't see that far. So just bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, this one. Yeah. Watch this. This is something that East is doing. And when you do this, how you expect me to have confidence in you? Look at this stuff here, folks. You're building. That's your highway. That is your highway. Look at the people that are walking. So from where that truck is to the bottom, it's more than 3 feet deep. Will you think if somebody fall in that hole or even make a mistake, they're able to get back on the road? No. Where are the traffic signs? Where are the safety aspect on this? This is what I'm saying. And you think I'm criticizing. You come out and say, oh, you're criticizing. No. Where are these things here that you're supposed to put there to guide the traffic, to say there's a hole on that side, don't go there? Nothing. Nothing. So I came on late, very late, but I'm just laying out the groundwork of what I'm going to be doing. And I will do it on Saturday. I will talk with the LPR management to see if they allow me to do Saturday show, because I want people back home to watch. We're here in the diaspora. Many of us, we're not on the road right now. By us seeing it here and making the noises, doesn't matter. But the people back home, when they see it and say, what is this? And when they start calling their lawmaker and things, then the people who working over there will pay attention to it. Like I said, they're doing a good job by staying there and working. But if you're going to stay and work and not greedy men like Samson told them, who want to work in the diaspora and don't want to go home to work. If you don't want to be like me and you want to stay there, we admire your courage. We admire your patriotism. We admire your behavior to be helping Liberians. But my thing, if you're going to do that, you must do it correctly. Don't think because we admire you and therefore, since we sympathize with your position, therefore you have the right to damage anything you want to damage because you want to fix it. Why can't your income? That's some of the things they will be telling. That some of the things they can be telling. You know all that thing. How you not here? Well, the fact that I'm not there does not mean you can't do a good job. So if I'm not there, does it mean because I'm not there, does it mean that you can't do a good job? Okay? This thing that I just showed you, the cutting on the road, the main road itself. How are you going to bring those back together? And when I'm done with all these things, No OSHA. No OSHA. My brother, we you know we did inside for Google, and the president who having to be my friend, the president of the Engineer Society, who having to be a very, in fact, forget friend, he's my brother, okay. But we always argue about this, okay. Why are they sitting there and not putting their hand up to say, wait a minute, guys, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that? They're not saying nothing. But when you call, then it's, oh, the way the people building it sounds into, what are in Liberia or not? The very first time when I saw this video, I told myself, if I didn't have family here in it, and this is where I sometimes say, many things I see, I don't want to talk about it. Because many of these people sacrifice. Some of them used to be here. Sacrifice to go back home. Because whatever money they're paying them over there, I don't mean all of them, some of them. Because many of them making the kind of money they're making when Judy Moore or they're making $15,000 a month. A month, that's according to the story. Many of those people are making $15,000 or so a month, and they came here. Now they're not working in Ellen government already. Judy Moore is here now. Why is he not back there helping? What was he there just to do what? Collect salary? What was Judy Moore's contribution in this whole process? It's a very, very smart, very intelligent, young man, very much smart guy. But now he's on CNN saying how good he's doing with other countries. He was Minister of Public Works. What was his own contribution? So that's what I'm saying. So anyway, let me put my number up. If you want to give me a call, please do so. Please do so. Give me a call. That's my number right there. And I'll only be here for at least 5 more minutes. And in fact, I'm getting ready. But George, if you're listening, please get ready so you can call and let's close this thing. Saturday morning, it'll be very early here in the diaspora. But I will get up very early, not this Saturday or next Saturday, because next week, I will do all that I can to reach out again to the Minister of Public Works and all of the people. You remember Judy Moore told us he will build concrete road because concrete love water. Very smart guy though. Don't think otherwise. Very, very smart. But my point is, why is he not doing things in Liberia? Why is he not even in Liberia? He's not. I've never heard him saying bad thing about Dr. Weah. Why is he not in Liberia? Man, those are the people that when you look at it, you say, well, what was the reason? So the entire time he was there in Liberia, his intent is, after the 12 years, I go back to America. So did he even put root down? That's his country, though. Why is he not there to even have a company? You come back here and then start running your mouth on CNN. And why you have many young Liberians that are just as smart as he is. People that talk about them, Victor Smith, they're in Liberia. They're not working in the government, but they're helping. But he's here talking on CNN how he's helping globally. Globally, when Liberians are suffering, he's telling me globally, go help Liberians first. Anyway, give me a call. Give me a call, 916. That's my number there. Let me put it up here. Pat George, please give me a call if you're listening, if you're here this evening. Give me a call. That's my number. Give me a call, and I want to thank all of you again that tuned in this evening. I know many of you, when I'm ready to do my Saturday show, but you can do a replay, though. You can go on and do the replay. All right. Okay. Mr. Josh is calling. Mr. Josh, thank you. Let me put it on.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling. Go ahead, close it for us. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Yeah, I can hear you. You know,
Okay.
you know, Liberia are elephant meat. The people say Liberia to be elephant meat. So that was the time they went 12 years. They took the part of elephant meat and they come back and sit down. So
Yeah.
the next group on it. The next group on it. You know, just competed. Banga. They were in
Mm-hmm.
Banga. The group of Banga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interior Banga. The people in Banga say no. Interior. The people say no. Puebla Road. They constructed that road. I think they never completed that project. Every project they said they had never completed it.
Mm-hmm.
They did no, not retention. The road by the marshal that behind from the marshal coming to BDC there.
That redemption role.
Retention, okay. They did that road. You can see the steel rod standing up on the road
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
The steel rod. So but anyway, I don't know the thinking of the Liberian government to have awarded this contract to this company.
What I
But
suspect,
again,
Mr. George, I don't mean to interrupt, but what my suspicion here is that the president really, really want, because the company is working along with a Liberian who is the CEO of this company. And so I think the
oh,
president really want to do some sort of a capacity building. But I'm not too sure if they're quite ready. But go ahead. Go ahead.
they come in our end selling parts, selling building material.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that how come they got this CEO got involved and this is it. But I would just like to say all it, it boils down to kickback that the government people in government can get from these people. Because those trucks, yeah, they will have few trucks, but the capacity because the history of the company that what you look at to give you some big contract. What is their history? Eh? They're not working in any other country besides Liberia. In fact, the company was founded in Liberia. So they got no outside exposure to working anywhere and no track record. So they go down to get this contract. Look at that road you showing. Look at the elevation. What they want to do with that road now? The whole road there. Are they adding one side, or what? One lane on one side, one lane on one side, and 4 lane. How are they going to divert the traffic? What are they planning? So this thing here, and I heard you saying it is our duty, it's every Liberian business to know what is happening because at the end of the day, it's Liberian that want to pay for that road. Okay? So if it is good, the country will, citizen will benefit. If it's bad, the citizen will suffer. So those that have the technical know-how like you, when you point this something, it's not about criticism. It's not criticizing the government. But you want the right thing to be done at the end of the day because you're talking about saving life. If the road is bad, everybody's life is in jeopardy. Except you lock it. Except you lock it. But when something happens to you on that road, hey, people will cry. And these people they will be long gone, taking their money, gone and sitting out somewhere and relax. But we want to be living with the pain. So all these things, so now when you come out to talk to the people, look at you, hey, the man criticizing, yes. But he's doing it constructively because he lay aside and tell you how it should be done. He's not just talking, no, he's not giving you an idea. He's giving you a suggestion. This should be done this way. Yeah, this is wrong and this is how it's supposed to be done. And that's what he's saying. But as soon as you tell that one, the citizen finally will come out after you, oh, you criticize it. Oh, you criticize it. And it is not for criticism. If you want the people to do the right thing, and if you cannot point out the people mistakes, then how will they do the right thing? Eh? So everything, it must just be, everybody must just match when they say yes. Nobody, everything is okay. We have been asking, what is the blueprint of the road? Because I see some people when they doing this kind of project, they will lay people, they will put a picture, they'll show people how the person will look at when it's finished. You can't see nothing. Huh? But it's what I mean, that's a huge sum of money. They can go and rent equipment, no problem with that. But that money is huge. Huge sum of money. So people can't just take that kind of money and give to people and nobody should say anything. Then the worst thing again, here's the thing. I used to say this, there are other people who ain't like it. Why they are not questioning the authority? Why they are not asking? Because it's part of the job. Why they are not acting? Now, why these people doing this thing here? Why are you going this way? Let the minister of public talk to them and talk to the Liberian people. But everybody sitting down like nobody wants to talk. And if you don't talk, then tomorrow don't come and say, criticize, don't say we're not done the right way because you're right there. So it's better now for you to talk so tomorrow people can say, oh yeah, he said it. So you cannot blame him. But everybody quiet. Maybe some reason people want to get contract from the government, so they don't want to talk. Because if you talk, they will say, okay, they don't get nothing. They sit down. They want talking. So maybe these are some of the things. The people who are supposed to ask this question, they are not doing it because they are afraid. If I talk, they may not give me a contract. So, and I got to leave. I don't want to leave the country. So, the best I will do, I will shut them up. But it's absolutely wrong. It is wrong today and it's wrong tomorrow. Anything that the Liberian people got to pay for, then after the Liberian people got the right to know. I always say this: if anybody doing a private business, hey, that's a business. They're putting their money. They will have to pay whatever they got that money for to do the business. So they do it good, they do it bad, that's a business. But when it comes to where the Liberian people, when the taxpayer money will have to be paid, then after we all get concerned. Whoever doing it will have to ask them. And what you're doing, those videos will be there will be there and gone. Somebody will go to some of those videos and say, when this thing was done, these people were talking about it. Get a video there. So you're playing your part. So citizens can criticize you, but at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. And I would just want to commend you for what you're doing and continue to do it because people now, when they video will say, hey, but the other equipment out here, how they want to manage? This one out here, how they want to do this work? So all the questions, some people start asking. From what? Because from what you think, what you're showing out there, the job of the equipment, why they are not on our side? Are they going to bring them on? When they want to bring them in? So all the questions, it's necessary for asking things. If the equipment are there, fine. When the equipment that are wanting and the job being done, right there, that's another thing. You bring as you are seeing. So we ain't got no idea. But we see these people when they in road construction, you see the bed, the guy road side of the bed. They are doing something on the road. Everybody can see it. Even though you don't know what they're doing, but you can see it. What are the cone? The safety cone. What are the barriers they put on that road? Yeah. You got millions of dollar contracts, and you cannot afford a cone, a barrier to put on the road. There's no, even if there's light on the road, but you still need barrier in this country. For all the light we have when you do the country, you see on the road, the comb and the barrel all on the road for safety. Why that cannot be done? No light on the road. Something 3 to 4 feet high, if someone just slipped with a car, that car is gone. Everybody went somewhere in that hole there. When you live, okay. Who they want to hold? You can't sue the company. You don't even go there because you're not winning the case. So these are the problems we're talking about. I just want to say thank you for the weekend, and we hope to see all the videos so they can be displayed so the people can see it. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Josh. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Again, folks, that's the voice of Mr. Emma Josh, LPR analyst here, helping us to give some information. So we're going to bring this show to an end now. And please stay safe out there and let us pray for one another. Again, let me just say this here, folks, before I leave. Let me say this again. No one is more Liberian than the other. Every one of us. And many of you that are watching me, or that will watch later, every week, you're looking for 2 cents, 5 cents to send home. Every week. Many of you, you get paid, you're anxious to send money home. Every one of us. So if we didn't care for that country, we won't do that. You're still connected. This road that I'm talking about here, I'm not here because I know what I'm doing. That's why I want to show off. Far from it. Even if I show that, y'all pay me. If I want to show up, I show up on the stuff on my job. I'm in demand right now, and I'm not bluffing. I'm in demand right now. And that demand comes with money. Hey, you want me to do your project? Hey, give me money. Pay me. You pay me, I'll do it. But that's not about this project. This is not about that. This is $101 million. It's a lot of money. Lots and lots of money. They're going to do 4-lane highway. Okay, let me just tell you something quick. When you're doing a project like this, they got stage, they call what they call stage construction. This is the 2-lane highway. Okay, obviously, if it's 2 now, we need 2 more. So either we keep this 2 in the middle and add the other 2 on. Okay? But you don't go starting, it depends on what you do. You can start from this side. But if you do that, you have to protect the workers from the traffic and protect the traffic from the workers. They're not doing that. Okay. That road, if I have the design and do staging on there, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. But we will do it in segment. One segment, one-way traffic. That means every car that comes from this side, they stop for 10 minutes. Why these people go through? In the meantime, we're building this side, say about 5 miles. Okay? Not even 5 miles, 2.5 miles. Where you close the road. People use this 1 lane. Everybody. After 10 minutes, the people stop, the other people go. In the meantime, these people are working. We're not mixing the worker and the live traffic up. Those of you that are in the diaspora, when people are doing construction in your area, at night, when you're done, when the people are done, they have sign to say pavement, uneven pavement. Have you seen it? They will say uneven pavement. They uneven, they're talking about not a foot, because you can't do a foot. An inch and a half. They will take the part that is higher, then they take the asphalt and blend it in, so you have a slope. They're not going to cut shoot like that. They have a blend in, so they create uneven pavement. You're saying it right? And the other thing, on that uneven pavement, when your tire fall into the deeper side, you still have the ability to come back. You can't do it from what I just showed you. If anybody fall in that hole, that accident. Why? And these Chinese people that are building this, they go back to China to build the road. They will put traffic control in place. They will not give them themselves. They will not allow them to build something like that. They will cuss them and close them down. But because we're in Liberia, no. Lesego Kalasco correctly stated, we will talk for ourselves now. We're not going to wait for BBC to talk for us anymore. We're not going to wait for Elizabeth Blount to talk for us anymore. BBC focus on Africa to talk for us anymore. In fact, we have our own Liberia focus on Liberia. They're talking for us. LPR is talking for us. Prince Sharif is talking for us. Michael Gilman, Henry Costa, all of these talk shows, they're talking for us. We will talk for ourselves. We might not be saying the same thing. We might not agree with it. But we're going to talk for ourselves. We're not waiting for foreigners to talk for us anymore. So whatever little that I have to do, I will do my best. What I say to myself is I'm going to be truthful with me and my God. What you say about me, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm not doing it because I'm jealous. I'm not doing it because I hate. I'm doing it from the bottom of my heart and to be truthful. Everything else after that, it really doesn't matter. As long as I'm pleased with myself and my God is pleased with me, knowing fully well that I'm being very truthful, I don't care. Before I do these things, I do my research. And you will see that. It's going to show. I'm going to show you the fix. All of the fixes, as I try to say, you can't do that, but this is what you're going to do. Where do you think those things are going to come from? And I will go, most of my research, I'm doing it on Jamaica. I'm doing it on New Papua Guinea, New Guinea, whatever they call it, Papua New Guinea. I'm doing it because those are the country that we can say, well, at least our climate and our economy pretty much may go with those kind of people. So I said, look at what the people, they're not much richer than us, but look what they're doing. And look what we're doing. So I'm not going to even bring the U.S. into this because it's not fair. It's not fair. Go to Ghana. Go to Burkina Faso. Those are the things that I'm saying. I'm not here because I hate somebody, but because you're threatening to call me names. It's not going to deter me. My name is Blaku. Can't do nothing to me. The liberal progressive, you can't do nothing to me. My ain't faying you more, you ain't faying my more. So the best thing we're going to do when we come to this platform, let's respect each other and let's enjoy the topic. If you think this topic doesn't belong to you, you just click yourself off and leave. You don't have to be rude. But even if you're rude, it's not going to stop me. You're wasting your time. With us, this is Samson Toll. With Real Public Radio, Conversation with Samson Toll. Good night, folks. And please stay safe. Let's pray for one another. Good night.